Hey guys, welcome to another recap of American Idol. It's the top 6, thank you very much. And it's Carole King week. I totally grew up hearing this music, and thanks to my sister, she had the album Tapestry pretty much on a constant loop for like 3 years. So I really enjoyed hearing some of the songs tonight, even though some of them were quite butchered. It was still nice to hear them. The mentor this week is Babyface, and they also added duets. So let's start off with Jacob Lusk. Oh no, not my baby. What was he wearing? Did he totally mug Pee Wee Herman or what? It seemed like he was having a blast on stage though, and you know what? It was great. But going first is definitely a risky spot, especially since he was in the bottom 3 last week. He has got an effortless range. He slips into the highest of the high and down pretty low, Luther Vandross low. He could definitely sing a duet with himself, but I enjoyed this performance. I'm a little bit worried for him though. Lauren Elena was up next with Where You Lead. Miley Cyrus showed up. Was Jimmy totally shaking in his boots? Because I'm sure Miley remembered when you said that Lauren Elena sang the song better than Miley. Pretty cool. This arrangement was horrific. She was walking around like a robot most of the time. And the whole thing, pulling the guy from the audience, it was so awkward. She told him to sit down like a dog. And he waited there for her until she came back, and then Ryan schooled him. They tried to play the whole thing off as spontaneous, but I would almost bet that it was predetermined, the whole thing. Thanks, Brett. You did a good job. Not. Haley and Casey were up with the first duet. It's a natural pairing. I feel the earth moved. That's what they sang. They could growl together all they want, and it's okay. I really thought that this song would have been better as her solo. I would have liked to have heard You Got a Friend from the two of them, but it was not to be. They're a great matchup. It's a natural choice. This song had a couple of sour notes, as my mom would say, but all in all, it was pretty good. Scotty McCreery is up next. He's learning how to hold the microphone. Very good. He sang You Got a Friend, and it was actually really good. I have not been a huge Scotty fan up until now, but he's growing on me. I mean, I think he's got a good shot to win. He's got the teenies behind him, and you know what? If the teenies don't go nuts over this performance, the way he worked the camera and everything, I would be really surprised, because he really knows how to work that camera. And let me just say something about Randy. Randy, honey, the sweater and the tie, it's just not cutting it no more. When you look like a barrel, you do not wear the tight sweater, all buttoned up with a tie that just does not go with that sweater. You're making a lot of money, Randy. Hire somebody to dress you. Maybe have a custom-made shirt and wear it untucked. You know, 2 buttons open. It'll work for you. Play to the demographic, Randy. You should know these things, because what you're doing, it's not working. Even with the Randy collection of eyewear. James Durbin was up next. Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? This was, by far, the best performance of the night. Wow. It was so stripped down and so vulnerable. J-Lo finally got something right. She said it was magical, and it was. And it had to be spoiled at the end by the awkward Randy hug. It was one of... Sit down, Randy. Lauren and Scotty, another perfect matchup for a duet. They sang Up on the Roof. They are the country couple. The first time that they put them together, it was magical. This time, not so much, because they had to ruin it. They had to ruin the whole thing by saying, oh, it's purely platonic. It seems like it's a little bit more one-sided. Lauren Elena kind of like Scotty, I get the vibe, but he just doesn't want anything to do with her, probably because she's kind of annoying. It was okay. It was an okay pairing. I was expecting a little bit more out of them, probably since the bar had been set so high by that first pairing that they had together, which blew me away. and I'm not a country fan. Casey Abrams up next with Heidi Ho. It started out great. He had the whole hipster vibe going with the jazzy piano and everything, but then the rest of the song was all scream talking, and not even well done scream talking, so there was not much singing. It was mostly growling and mostly unenjoyable. Sorry, Casey. Haley Reinhart sang beautiful. She had a little technical problem at the beginning of her song that kind of messed up the whole rhythm of the show. I didn't like the arrangement on this one. The band was just too overpowering. It seemed like she was fighting the band the entire time of the song. And she had this deer in the headlights afraid look in her eye for a lot of the song, which is really not enjoyable to watch. She's got a great voice, don't get me wrong. Didn't like the arrangement. She seemed nervous, a little too nervous. Maybe because she was afraid something was going to go wrong, or maybe something did go wrong in here, and she just didn't say anything. Who knows? Jacob and James closed the show with their duet. They had to be together. There was no one else left to go to. And they are a total mismatch. They sang I'm Into Something Good, and it's a fantastic upbeat song. But let's just say, the only thing I'm going to say about this was they are horrible together. Horrible. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, so let's talk bottom three. I have a feeling it's going to be Jacob, Haley, and Casey, with Jacob going home, unfortunately. Somebody's got to go. It's down to like the final six now. Well, it is the final six now. Tomorrow night, Bruno Mars and Crystal Bowersox, just in case you were wondering what she's been up to. So until tomorrow, much love.